You are listening to the Pencil and Paper Podcast Network. Visit pencilandpaperproductions.podbean.com to find more great podcasts.
Welcome to the Palace of Megapixels. This is Super Mega Crash Brothers Turbo!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Super Mega Crash Brothers Turbo. I'm your host, Stephen White. I want to do a quick apology for last week. We had to cancel last week because of illness.
The plague.
Normally, we don't.
You had the plague, man.
I did. I had the flu, and I was down and out. I could not do it. I didn't even know I had the flu at the time, so that's how bad it was.
I was going to say I called it, though.
But, yeah, it was rough. But, hey, we're here now, and I'm with my co-host, Todd Stark.
Hello. It's good to be back.
And Lacey Finley.
Happy Monday.
And joining us this week in the Palace of Megapixels is another fellow podcaster. He, along with his three other co-hosts, have what they call underinformed and underqualified video game discussions on their own show, the Bootleg Shanty. You can also catch them on YouTube playing video games while kicking back a few drinks. Please welcome Garrett Hunter.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Thank you
great.
for joining us today. I like that. Underqualified to talk about video games.
Oh yeah, we're just dudes who like them, who try to talk about them. It doesn't get much more in depth than that.
Fair enough.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah,
Right. As long as you're having fun, man.
exactly.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're just your average consumer of video games.
So tell everyone who's listening who may be unfamiliar with you and the Bootleg Shanty a little bit about yourself and what the show's about.
Well, the show is, as you said, as was gracefully described by you, is just four guys who get together most Wednesday nights and talk about what they've been playing throughout the week, recent video game news, sometimes a review here and there if we've completed something. But mostly we just, fly by our coattails and see what comes out.
Now, how long have you guys been doing this show for now?
Let's see. I think we started in May, and those first couple episodes, we were still kind of May of 2018, obviously, and we were still trying to figure out what our thing was. It was a couple weeks, I think, before we decided we were like, oh, let's do a video game podcast. For a moment, it was just like that podcast where friends get together and talk, and we were like, okay, we need a shtick, right? We need something to cover, and video games settled on it because I think we can agree for the most part on video games. Like, I could probably do a movie podcast, but some of us could do an anime podcast, but we were like, video games keeps us on a level playing field all the way around. So,
Right. So where did the name come from exactly?
I love the name.
Oh, it's actually super personal to us. It has nothing, like, obviously if someone sees the Bootleg Shanty, they're not going to know it's a video game podcast, right? Like, you guys have it down. Like, I heard your name and I was like, oh, it's video game. Like, obviously.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah. So in high school, we were all friends. We were all buddies, and we had this dumb idea that, like, we were watching a lot of One Piece at the time. And for those of you who don't know, it's a pirate anime. And we were like, we want to make our own pirate crew. And we settled on the name The Bootleg Shanty. We drafted up, like, Jolly Rogers, like, skulls and crossbones with, like, our names and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's super specific. We were smoking a lot of pot, too, so that had something to do with it.
Oh,
It
well.
breeds creativity, man.
It sure does.
Or at least at the time you feel you're freaking brilliant.
Yeah, you're so
And I'm
right.
glad that you thought it was still brilliant, when the smoke is cleared.
Oh, yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. We were like, there's no other name for this.
Now, I was listening to one of your episodes where you were discussing anime, and I felt like I'd stepped into a conversation, like mid-conversation. I was like, I feel like there's an anime being talked about here. I'm not sure which one. Then I turned to my wife and I said, come here for a second, listen to this. And she's like, oh, I know what they're talking about. And I think it was Inuyasha or...
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's they're talking about this and this," and she was like, "I was like, all right, so you understand, you understand, I don't."
So was
Honey, sit down and do my research for me. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
was that at the beginning of an episode, or were you like halfway through or something?
No, this was toward the beginning of an episode.
We have a very dumb like idea that we think is funny. Is that like we just hit the record button before anybody's ready. And whatever conversation we're having at the time is the intro to the podcast.
So you were stepping in the
yeah,
middle
he
of the
legitimately was. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put links down in the description, so if you guys want to check it out, we'll plug it all week long, so you'll have a way to find it. So we're going to transition to our usual segments, and Garrett, we'll start with you. What have you been playing on the video game front?
Actually, let's see. What have I been playing? I've been kind of taking a little breather with big recent titles because I'm hyped for Sekiro to come out in a couple of days.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hyped for that guy. Yesterday I just played through Journey. Do you guys remember that guy?
Oh yeah.
From back in the day? Yeah, a friend of mine had never played it before, so I booted it up for him so he could kick it out. It may or may not be content on the Bootleg Shanty YouTube channel. Just might as well plug that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sekiro, and most recently I think I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter and a lot of Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's been going around here.
Yeah. like the plague.
Lace, what about you?
Oh, well, I mean, I actually played this game, The Invisible Hours. I discovered this. Vaz actually had told me about it. If you don't know Vaz, you should. It was a VR game, a murder mystery.
Yep, I've
so
heard
you're
of that.
plopped in the middle of this theater, and you go into, so you're just an innocent bystander in this whole thing. You don't interact with the people at all. So you're just watching this mystery unfold. It's kind of like watching Clue, if you remember that movie with Tim Curry.
Absolutely.
Not as funny. Yeah, not as funny. But so you're watching it unfold in VR. So you'll come off the boat. You're following who's the investigator, walks up to the big house. It's raining, of course, to set the scene. It's this huge mansion. And you see this woman crying under a gazebo, and you watch this scene unfold, and you have a pause ability, rewind, and fast forward ability.
Whoa.
And so if you think you've heard something that you need to rewind and hear again, just like to get a little bit more detail, or maybe they're holding something in their hand, you could pause it, grab it out of their hand, and inspect it.
Whoa.
And then you'll go into the house, and it's Mr. Tesla who has been murdered. So we're in that day and age where you have Tesla around. And, of course, you know, the rivalry with what's his name. Now I'm going to...
Thomas Edison did it. Thomas
Yes.
Edison did it.
Well, I'm saying he was in it. I'm not going to tell you who the
He killed
murderer
him.
is.
He
Yeah.
killed him, I promise you.
It's
But
definitely
you follow
Edison.
each character. So that's what was interesting about it. So you might watch the whole scene unfold when you come in. The blind butler comes in, what's going on, and you see him dead on the ground, and you can investigate that. And then all of a sudden you might see someone pop out in the beginning. Pause it, rewind it, and follow that character. Where did he come from, or she? And so the whole point is to watch each character in real time to see what was going on and have the mystery unfold. It was really a neat idea. It was really,
It
I mean,
sounds
there's
cool.
not a lot of replayability to it. Unfortunately, once you've, discovered the mystery, you've discovered the mystery.
Yeah.
But it was really cool in VR. It doesn't have to be VR, but I recommend it if you have it.
I thought
It
about
was
playing
really
that game
cool.
one time.
You should do it. It was fun.
Yeah, that sounds
think I
nuts. The way you can
It was-
play and replay, like fast forward and stuff, that's a
Yeah.
really clever idea, honestly. Like,
I had the good fortune of the writer. I was live streaming it, and I had the good fortune of the writer coming in.
whoa.
So there was a couple of things that I don't think I would have realized that I could have done in the game had he not come in and like done the secrets. Like I didn't realize a couple of things that you could have done.
He was
and it
hitting you
really
with the
cool.
pro tips, huh?
He really was, man. He really was. It was pretty cool because there was like one little secret thing that I know for a fact I would have never in a million years thought to do. So it was really cool that he told me that. And then we went on this little Easter egg hunt for a minute and discovered a little bit more of the story. But it was really cool. And now I'm stalking all the voice actors. Yeah. And then, of course, Beat Saber. I'm still going to forever play Beat Saber. I got the mixed reality thing working the other day, so it was really cool. I was inside the game.
Did they ever update the track list?
They did, but I refuse it.
Oh. Well, fine.
I'm a PC player, damn it. I want my mods. It'll break my mods. And until the modding community, who is lovely and wonderful, by the way, thank you very much for all your hard work and what you do. Until they get caught up with the new update, I'm not going to update the game.
Fair enough.
I can't get rid of my mods, man. I can't. I love them too much. But yes, they did. There was like a Monster Cat update, and then PC players got the campaign finally, which PlayStation players had already. So I have no idea what that's about yet because I'm too scared. It'll break them.
Todd?
I have been playing 2 games this week, Anthem and Metro Exodus.
Sorry.
Actually, no. I stopped playing Anthem. I bought them both the same day, and I played a little bit of Anthem, and then I played a little bit of Metro Exodus. And I liked, Metro Exodus a little bit better, so I put Anthem to the side. I'm glad I did because, I've seen all those things about the, bricking your PS4 and everything.
Yes.
So I was like,
Good God.
I'm not going to play it
I'm
anymore.
sure that's in the news.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I dove into Metro Exodus, and I hated it.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
so
I
unfortunate.
hated it. But there is a silver lining because I started thinking about what I liked about the other games, which was, the tight corridors and how there was sections of action and then there's stealth and then, then there's kind of like a walking simulator for a little while. But I liked how the setting was in the Metro. And this one is, it's almost like an open world. It's kind of an open world, like areas. And so they, there's no, the way they do the map is there's no waypoints or anything like that. So you have to pull your map up and look at it, which I kind of liked it. It's almost like the HUD is interactive as you're going through this game. And, it tells you, you got to go here. So there's an X on your map, and I head that way. I'm not even ready to get down there because in this game, they kind of made it like, I guess I'd compare it to like Fallout.
Yeah.
Where you have to, scavenge for stuff. You have to
yeah.
go find your materials before you go where you want to go, or you're not going to make it. So I started thinking, at first I was like, I'm not going to like this game at all. I'm fixing to stop playing it. I almost did. And I started thinking, I'm going to play it like Fallout. So I started doing that and actually looking around the area that I was in, and I started getting a lot of stuff, and then I was able to go to the actual areas that they wanted me to go to. And I'm just, I'm glad to say that I like it now. It's a good game.
Good.
And I
You
would
should put on the Fallout soundtrack while you play. It might up,
When Metro came out, like on the 15th last month, I think it was
Something
February
like that,
15th.
yeah.
Like they also came out with Far Cry New Dawn. Was like the same day. Metro, Jump Force, and Crackdown like all came out on the same day, and I was like, I think Metro's the one I'm interested in, like which is interesting because like I love anime and stuff, but I was like that fighter I don't know if I'm into, but Metro looked super neat, and I haven't played it yet because I'm specifically playing through the first 2 first before I get to it because I'd never played a Metro game, so I'm excited to kind of get to Exodus and see what it's about.
It's got a good fan base.
Oh yeah, it's like the beginning of the game was a lot of the old game, and then you get to this one point to where you realize this is not the same game, and it really like if you can get through that point and you realize what the game is trying to do, you will actually enjoy this game.
Oh yeah, the open world thing is like is all the rage now. Open world scavenging, crafting. That's the whole like you can't.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a game that isn't that.
Right, yeah, and you have crafting. You have your backpack when you're out, and you have workbenches in certain places. But your you're limited when you're walking around. Like you pull your backpack out, you can only do certain things. When you're at a workbench, you can actually fix your guns and stuff because you have to keep them clean or they won't work good. I had a pack of I don't know, deranged sewer rats. I don't know what the hell they were, but my gun kept jamming on me and I got killed. And they attack you in packs, so it's kind of crazy. One of them
Just hit him with the butt of your gun.
No, I tried. Yeah. I tried, but one of them howled, and about 10 more jumped out of the bushes. So,
yeah,
it's
neat.
So, but I'll probably go back to Anthem eventually. Like I think I'm gonna wait until that actually fleshes out a little bit more.
You're gonna wait.
You don't want to lose your console over
Yeah,
it.
You're gonna wait to get an Xbox and play it on that.
No, I won't do that. But they actually, I think they patched that out the middle of this past week. So
just keep reading forums. Gamers won't shut up.
Yeah, just think about it.
True.
It could be a No Man's Sky situation. It could be 3 years before it's actually a decent game.
Yeah, it could. I mean, that very well could be.
They'll have like 12 million other games released by then on the same day.
And at that point, you're like, okay, cool. I'm glad I didn't spend 12 months until it got good.
I'm just glad Days Gone they waited.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like the stuff I've been hearing about that game lately is going to be it's all positive and people are actually getting to play like extended periods of time with it. And I haven't heard anything bad about it.
Well, I'm sure something will
Which one?
come out.
Days Gone. It was going to come out on February 22nd with all that other slew of games. And I'm glad it didn't. Because, I got to get my zombie game in. Or Freakers. I'm sorry, they're not zombies. They're Freakers.
Same
February.
I know. I don't really like that name, though.
What else were they going to call it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Days Gone also came out in February? February was stacked, dude. There was so much. What, the 4 games I mentioned, Far Cry, Metro, Crackdown, Jump Force, Apex Legends launched then.
That's true.
Anthem, and all of those games, other than maybe Jump Force, want all of your time. There is no way to play all of them. All of them being live services and stuff like that. Impossible to play all that.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
It's crazy. And then if Days Gone was thrown in the mix, forget about it. That's nuts.
Yeah. I wouldn't have played anything else. I'd have played Days Gone.
That's true.
But I think it would have gotten.
That's true.
I think it would have gotten lost in the shuffle. Though.
Yeah, it would have definitely gotten lost, and I think that Sony realized that and pushed it back.
Smart of them.
Or maybe they're just making it more amazing, Todd. They might have discovered some things that were wrong with it, and they're like, you know what, this needs to bake a little longer in the oven.
It could be, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those ones.
That.
I've never been mad about delays. I feel like they delay it for a reason, and it's just gonna be better when it gets to us. It sucks having to wait, but still, it's gonna be a better game.
Yeah, I'd rather something get. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
for real.
I'd rather something get delayed and it be finished than them release it and then be like, this is a 92 gigabyte day one update. It's
with a 120 gig patch coming your way soon.
Jesus.
And with my great internet, I don't get to play. Yeah. Every game seems to be doing that lately, the big, huge day one patch. And I'm like, okay, great, I don't get to play until tomorrow, thanks. HughesNet won't download fast enough.
You just got to move, man.
You're sitting there. So it wasn't done when you released it, is what you're telling me. You're just
No, he's just got garbage internet.
Yeah, I'm literally. HughesNet.
It's like back when the 90s first started getting internet. He's still there.
Yeah,
By the way, get this. I was so excited. I wanted to share this with you guys. I got a note on my door. They've been doing road work, the phone companies and everything, and I was like, they're doing something around here. Had a little door hanger note on my door that says, hey, we're bringing fiber to your area.
United Communications.
Get it!
Yeah.
Nice.
But hang on. I got excited. They said, call us now and we'll hook you up. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I signed it up and I did it. 3 days later, they said, hey, we'll have that installed at the end of the year. And I'm like, that does not help me at all.
That means the end of next year for me. Damn it.
Yeah. I was so mad. I was like, I thought I was going to have fiber internet by the end of the week.
Oh, yeah.
And you sons of bitches. So, yeah.
I don't know if you realize
Fuckers.
that is my prerequisite now for moving anywhere. Do I have washer, dryer in unit?
Yeah.
Is there fiber internet?
Yeah, I live across the street from city limits. There's no way that I shouldn't have good internet.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, I'm in a big city. It didn't come to me until like last year in my area.
Well, just internet and period. You know, like AT&T or something. HughesNet is not cutting it.
Just something.
Write your alderman, man. I think that's who you write.
It takes 2 hours for my little girl to do her homework online. It should take 5 minutes.
Oh my god,
it's terrible.
I recently moved to small town, fucking Indiana, and like I have like a local internet company, and it is rough, dude. Like Steven and Todd, like you guys don't move. Like your video is like frozen. I can hear your audio fine. but like
hopefully we're in
just so
attractive
you know,
positions.
I wouldn't even be able to. I wouldn't even be able to get into the conversation. That's how bad mine is. Like I can't even load like my cell phone stuff goes slow on it. It's terrible.
First world problems.
I know, right? Listen to us. Well, Steven, what have you been playing, man?
Well, let's see. I finally got through during the time that I was able to actually play over the last 2 weeks. Finished, I guess, the first round of Resident Evil 2 with Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And tried going back with Claire, and I guess I just wasn't into it at the moment because I was like, yeah, I've done this already.
It should go faster, though.
I know, and it took me a minute. Like last night, I kind of pushed myself to play it. I was just like, do I want to play this? Am I in the mood to play it? I don't know. And then I finally said, screw it, I'll play it. And I did, and I actually pushed through to a point to where I just gotten inside the police station, and then I got to where she finds the little girl. And then you have to go through that boss fight.
I don't know if Todd got... wait. Todd started with Leon?
I started with Leon, then I did Claire. I went back and did it the right way.
The right way?
The first time I went all the way through Claire's, like, through a new game and didn't realize that I was just playing the same damn game that I played the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Then whenever you told me it was different, I was like, I kept thinking, this is not that much different until you get to the little girl, and stuff like that. There was a few different things. But it's totally different when you do it the right way.
Did you guys ever play the original?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All-time favorite, one of them.
Like, I never played it as a kid. I recently, it was 2 years ago, I tried to play it on Halloween. I was like, you know what? It's the time of the year. I'm going to play some Resident Evil. I'm going to sit back, have a beer and try to do this. I could not stand the controls.
Terrible.
I've been spoiled. But
you have to grow with the
I was like,
for sure.
Jesus Christ. I was like, I can't even survive. I'm just playing the same section over and over again because I can't get used to this nonsense. It's almost like you have to know what's coming up in order to predict where to move with those controls. It's outrageous.
Horrible. Yeah.
It's horrible.
But yeah, I got killed by the enemy, her father or whatever. Spoilers. Sorry.
I think we're far enough along.
Yeah, we should be. Come on, people, catch up. Gaming cycle's too quick here. Anyway, he killed me, and I was just like, I'm done. So there was that, and then I've also played a little bit of Spyro to kind of, I guess, cleanse the palate, something different. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's fun. That's about all I've been doing. But I'm excited to play some new stuff here soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
But anyway, guys, you ready to talk about some news?
Of course.
Yeah.
Hello. Let me get my...
Get your little co-host up here.
Yeah, I got a little co-host with me here. All right, so we're going to be covering some older news. So if you people who are listening, I mean, we weren't here last week, so we gotta go through some of the older stuff and the newer stuff. But this is fairly new. You guys may have heard about this, but last week it was reported that Japanese actor Masanori Taki was arrested for cocaine possession.
No.
Now, Taki was recently featured in trailers for Sega's upcoming game Judgment, which I was really looking forward to. And he's even the voice of Olaf in the Japanese version of Kingdom Hearts 3. But because of this charge, Sega has suspended any and all sales of Judgment, while Square Enix has announced that all Kingdom Hearts will actually get an update replacing his voice work in the game.
Whoa!
They're going to spend that kind of money. Wow.
Cocaine's a
but
hell of a drug.
You may be wondering why this sounds a bit extreme because
It's a bit
not
harsh,
like-
I would say.
Yeah, we've never we've heard about this stuff over here, and it never seemed to be that big. Well, in Japan, drug use is a massive deal. In fact, just using a form of recreational drug will potentially land you up to 7 years in prison just for using.
Yeah,
So-
they're much harsher.
Holy
All I did was look
cow.
at it.
Yeah. So the big question now is how will Sega proceed with the release of Judgment? Because they put
God.
the money into it, I mean, I feel like
Right?
they can maybe do some facial tweaks and maybe do a voiceover or something. Because I feel like you should release the game. Just figure out a way to remove him from the game. But I don't know
Yeah,
how.
and I was kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know how significant his role is in the game. So I don't know how much money that would cost.
Right. Well, they're going to lose money if they don't release the game. So it's
Yeah.
probably better for them to get something together. But Jesus, that is outrageous.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, the laws are the laws there,
Yeah.
man. I guess you have to know.
I don't even
Still.
want to know how many years I have accumulated in jail time in Japan.
I know, man. Like
We may as well call it a day.
I picture it like he did one bump and then the samurais came and got him.
Because I mean that's culture shock, man. That's how they are.
I never
For
thought
real.
about that, like how different that is. Like
Yeah.
I guess in
Yeah.
Singapore, when you throw gum on the ground, you get caned.
Yeah, that's true.
So
All right.
what?
Well,
yeah,
We have it way too easy here, man. That's all I can say.
Good God.
now the next thing I've got, this is a bit of an older story, but I feel like we should talk about it. It's a few updates around the shit show we all know and love as Activision Blizzard.
yay!
The
Oh, God.
impending lawsuits we reported that were coming down the pipeline after the Bungie split have now been filed. It seems that the company's shareholders weren't thrilled with the decision to cut ties with Bungie, saying that they were never informed of the decision. So
Wow.
considering the company's stock has actually seen a massive dip since all this happened, it's understandable. But now the official filing states that the shareholders were given misleading information, and any shareholder wanting to partake in the filing has until March 19th to do so. But if that wasn't enough, another questionable decision they made seems to be biting them in the ass, as it seems that the layoffs that the company took place, a few weeks ago?
All 800 of them.
All 800 of them, which were part of a company-wide restructuring plan, is actually turning out to be more costly and disruptive than they thought. So, at least they informed the shareholders that was happening.
Right?
Good.
So,
Burn in hell, Activision Blizzard.
yeah.
After you bring out Sekiro, Shadows
No,
Die Twice.
don't you.
No, they published that game.
Okay, but you can't be supporting.
No, just bring that game out, then they can go to hell.
Okay,
That comes out
fine.
Tuesday. Okay, just
Your
wait till
wallet,
Tuesday.
man.
I'm getting that game, and then I'm done with them.
You're done with them.
Yeah.
But I'm
I'm-
supporting From Software with that. Okay?
Right.
All right,
Same.
fair enough.
That's how I feel.
Fair enough.
Like, if it was... I know that From Software is going to give me a good product, so I don't mind throwing the money towards them. I know Activision's getting a slice of the pie. I just won't be playing Black Ops 4 anymore. That's my thing.
You know,
That's fair.
the thing I hate about the whole thing is like Activision is not even releasing any I guess review copies of Sekiro, and I don't know why they do that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah?
Yeah, they just it's not coming out until the game comes
weird.
out. That's everybody gets it at the same time.
Yeah. All right, the next story I've got. Oh boy, this was one I really wanted to talk about. I think Lace, you even pointed me in the direction of this one. Was Valve continuing its descent into obscurity since it allowed a game called Rape Day to be
Oh,
sold
my
on
God.
its storefront. Woo. Okay, now the game is a visual novel where you control the choices of a sociopath during a zombie apocalypse, choosing to verbally harass, kill people, and rape women as you choose to progress the story.
Yep.
Now, the question you may be asking is, how did this wind up on the storefront?
Right.
Simple. it did not violate any of the company's guidelines. If you actually go through the list of what they say could violate the guidelines, this game does none of that.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
amazing.
they did ultimately decide to not.
That's true. They eventually
Right.
took the game down, saying that it poses unknown costs and risks. Besides saying, this is not a game we want to be associated with. There's just, there's cost involved
Yeah.
and risk.
But I wonder if it didn't have the internet shit show that it did. Would they have changed their mind?
Probably not.
Oh,
No.
no. If it went unnoticed, no, of course not. They wouldn't have changed nothing. Steam is the Wild West of internet. Like, there is no quality control over there. Like, it is just like, when I heard about frickin' Rape Day, I was livid. Like, I was like, what are you allowing to be published? And then the whole free speech thing, like,
Yeah.
like people are like, this is free speech. I was like, I'll just fight you if that's what you're.
and people did.
Because they released a statement kind of on that level. Valve did, saying we respect developers' desires to express themselves, and the purpose of Steam is to help developers find an audience. But this developer has chosen content matter and a way of representing it that makes it very difficult for us to help them do that. Of course, it's called Rape Day. You morons.
I know a good way. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I know a
Both
good
like,
way
go
to hide a good game on a good rape game on Steam. You can just call it Therapist.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And it's all about rape. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're a therapist that rapes his patients.
Yeah, I feel like they could have gone about this in a different way, but I think the developers got exactly what they wanted. They got attention because the internet loves to bring light to these things and think that they're being, justice with it. And like, hey, look at this thing. I'm insulted and you guys should ban it. I never would have even heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The way my Steam settings are, the game would have never passed across my desk. So if it wasn't for that, I would have never found out about it. I'll be completely honest. There's no way in hell I would have seen this game. And then now I'm aware of it. Now people went to blast it on Steam. They got to promote their website that they're going to be selling it on instead, and they got everything they needed.
Right.
Here's a theory, and I don't know if this has been bouncing around, but would you say that it's a possibility this developer created this game just to kind of point out these flaws in Steam?
I would love to think they were that forward thinking.
Right. I don't want to give them too much credit. I don't.
Sure. But I mean,
I think they just probably saw the opportunity, knowing how we all operate in today's climate, that they would have gotten the publicity that they needed for it regardless.
Fair enough.
No,
Rape Day.
The developer did say, he even said that, it's probably not appropriate to be on Steam. Like,
yeah, see,
but like,
Well, we made all the checklists.
yeah, but like, he made the game. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Like,
Well, like I said, he probably knew that was going to happen. I mean, look at the day and age we're in. He knew that there were going to be people who had got whiff of it and start spreading it all over social media in an effort to get it banned, which was his free PR.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, so now that the audience, because a friend of mine told me once that it's not if there's an audience, it's where is my audience? It was in a different conversation, obviously, but I think it relates here. So now these developers found their audience, because if you read through the Steam forums, there's a lot of people who are like, just put it on your website. I'll come buy it. So he found his audience. Mm-hmm. Now they know where to get it.
To me, that's the troubling part, is that there is an audience and that people like not. I can understand that there's a group of people who are like, no, this isn't cool. You shouldn't have this video game on this website. But then there's another group of people who are like, oh, hell yeah, I want to play Rape Day. Like, isn't that more concerning? Like,
Yeah.
It should be, but it's either they actually like the content, which that speaks volumes on a whole other level, or it's just to own the other side.
You think they're trolls?
Yeah, there's those people that want to stick it to whatever the other side is, whether it's like owning the people who they call SJWs, or owning the libs, you know? So like they're going to pump a bunch of money into this because they think that they're like doing, you know, their own form of justice on the opposite side of it just to see someone cry, you know?
Yep.
So, I could go on.
Yeah, we can go on.
This game got me fired up.
We'll move on.
Okay, but first, if you take your time to make sure you meet all the checklist standards, and then you name it Rape Day.
I know, yeah, but
Rape
that
Day.
wasn't violating anything.
I know, but that's still a stupid ass name.
I know.
But to be fair, too, Valve even said, they're like, you know what? Police yourselves. Because if we remember a few months ago, where it was that game about the school shooting.
Yeah, active shooter.
Where you got to be an active shooter or whatever. Did Steam take that down? I think their stance was just don't buy it, right?
I think they did take it down.
Did they take it down? You might.
Yeah, I think
don't
so.
remember.
I believe they
But
did.
I think that's what started that whole dialogue of, you know, we're putting all of these other adult ratings into place. Set your Steam settings.
Yeah.
We're just going to have you police yourselves, parents and all
But
this kind
also,
of stuff,
like,
you know?
if there's a launcher like Epic Games, they've been under some fire sometimes, but like Epic Games has a lot better of a quality control on their titles and stuff like that. They wouldn't allow Rape Day to come onto on their launcher. Developers are gonna pull their content from Steam if Steam doesn't do something. Like the last thing anybody wants is an indie developer to release like Celeste, and then up on your recommends is Celeste and then Rape Day. Nobody wants to be like affiliated with that kind of content, and that's also a problem for Steam because it's perpetuating this thing like you can get away with anything, and developers are going to be looped in with this nasty side of things, and that's going to be unfortunate for them if indie developers are like, nah, we don't want our game on Steam anymore, you know?
Right.
Well, that could be a whole other topic too, because you know, there's not as many options I think for indie devs and stuff, so that could be a whole other, a whole other thing. But yeah, so that game happened.
Yeah. So we'll move on. Let's get through our quickets because we have a lot. Because we've got a lot from last week and this week, so it's a big amount, you know.
A big load.
First of all, we have Assassin's Creed co-creator Jade Raymond was named the new vice president of Google.
Yeah, way to go.
Good for her. Yeah.
Whoa.
Is that good?
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, Google sees putting a woman as a VP. Maybe they're waking up.
Yeah, maybe.
So
I mean,
Yeah, man.
it's just Assassin's Creed. Co-creator.
she did the good ones though.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
There were good ones.
I mean, like
Maybe if they start doing them once every like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Wait, there were good ones.
well, I mean
There's a
the
couple sprinkled in
concept.
there, yeah.
The concept.
The
was
first
good.
one, Black Flag, and then I've heard people said a lot of good things about this last one. I didn't play it, but you know.
I didn't hear.
No, I didn't. No, I got it though.
BioWare issued an apology to players of Anthem,
Yeah, well, let me hear it.
assuring them that they're working to fix all the game's problems. I don't know what I didn't write it down.
Yeah,
but they
break it-
said, hey, we're working on it.
Right.
It'll be fixed in a couple of years. It's fine.
Yeah, well, as long as it don't
Playing
break
my game.
long as it don't brick my PS4.
Well, that's what they're working on, man. Don't worry
Well,
about
they
it.
supposedly fixed that this week. I think they're talking about actually adding game into the game.
Well, that would help to make it a game.
Yeah,
We'll give you a game eventually.
it's a flying simulator now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it should have been BioWare with the apology. Like, this is BioWare's like last stand. This could be the nail in their coffin. If this doesn't do well enough for them, it could be bye-bye for BioWare.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will be.
EA loves a close cigarette.
Vivendi has actually sold the last of its shares in Ubisoft, which now keeps the company free from a takeover. I don't know if you guys remember that story we covered
Yep.
before, where they've been trying to take over Ubisoft for some time.
Mm-hmm.
But now they have no shares in the company, so they're free and clear.
Yay!
Whoopsie.
Whoops.
Leave them alone.
We got new...
Don't touch my Just Dance.
Yeah. We got new trailers for Mortal Kombat 11. We got a story trailer. It confirmed a bunch of characters like Aaron Black, Jackie Briggs, Kotal Khan. There was even a character trailer showcasing Cassie Cage and Kano, and oh my God, if you saw that fatality Cassie did, if you're a man, that hurt.
She ripped his balls off.
No. Now, what happened? I'm going to just describe this to
Please
you, okay?
don't pass out, though.
She shot, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it starts off, she shoots the kneecaps. And then she comes up, she kicks him square between the legs, and his entire skeletal structure jumps out of the skin.
With the penis attached.
So it's just like,
That's
boom!
awesome.
And then the skin splits, the skeleton's out, and that's where they kind of freeze frame it. And you're like, oh, God. That was one hell of a kick in the balls.
Yeah. Is the penis still
That's
attached,
awesome.
though?
I would say it's obliterated at that point.
Nah, I
Yeah.
like to
It
believe
can't
it's
be
attached.
anything
I want to see
left.
a skeleton with a penis.
Well, we don't want to see that.
I want to see it.
How
I know
is that
they
even
call it a
possible?
boner,
I don't know.
Todd,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not actually in there. All right, so.
I think I just want to see penis. That's all I care about.
I like the
We
fan.
learned something today.
I'm
Yeah.
sure all the women Mortal Kombat fans were pretty hype about that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I actually started because they're doing right now, of course, it's probably past by the time you people are hearing this, but they were doing a stress test.
What do you mean, you people?
A beta. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they're doing a stress test right now, and people are streaming it. They're posting videos on YouTube. Someone was doing fatalities, and oh God, this one that I saw from Garrus, which is one of the new characters. He puts up a wall of sand or rock or whatever the hell he is. He pushes the character back against the wall. They get stuck in it, grabs their arm, and rips the skin off. Okay? It's worse than it sounds. I mean, I can't
it's
really
pretty
do it
brutal.
justice. Yeah, it was just like, oh, God. So, I can't wait to see what more they have in store for these. I know they've
I'm a
just,
huge
they've
I
really
think they
stepped
need
it
to
up.
leave some away though. Don't let us see all of it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, I agree, but
I'm a
Well,
massive
they're-
Mortal
Christ, man.
Kombat fan, though, so I'm hyped.
same.
Oh, nice.
Twitch announced a karaoke contest where you could win 20 grand. Lace, get on
I
it.
would never win, but I will totally go in on it, man.
Come on, we'll do a duet.
I was one of the first ones to get
Duet.
to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll never win. Have you seen some of the people on there, dude? They have like straight up Disney character people on there that like sing like Gaston.
Whoa.
And like they've got like there's freaking amazing singers. Like there's this guy named Brian B. Bright. Oh my God, I hope I said his name right. Like he's
triple
so
B.
good. He's got his own category in the game.
Wow.
I'll never get anywhere. Dude, they got some really good people.
Well, maybe
like-
you should create a character. Maybe you should sing like a Disney character.
Just
I
go
can
for
do
it.
Can't
voices, you
sing
can do
like a Disney
voices.
character. I could sing like Ursula.
There you go.
Do it.
People love Ursula.
Do it.
So
Do it right
you
now.
gotta-
Do they now?
Yeah,
do it
She
right.
stole Ariel's voice.
dude,
But you
I
can
love a
do it
good
right now.
villain.
Those poor
the
unfortunate souls. Go.
Poor unfortunate souls.
See.
Something
Yep.
is said here now. I
Get her-
don't know the song. Yeah, I made it up.
See,
Get her a
guys,
record
don't you hear
label.
that?
There.
All right, well,
there's my
there
contribution.
you
Give
go.
me 20K.
Little Mermaid 2.
Halo Infinite was confirmed for E3. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. If you're excited or not.
I did not.
Don't care.
Well, it's
Yeah.
there if you're excited. EA also said that they are not attending E3 this year.
Have they
Oh.
ever
Is
been there?
anyone going to E3 this year?
I'm starting to
I
think
don't-
it's going to start
that the
dwindling
one everyone
away
keeps
because more and more people are starting to pull
Yeah.
out.
Eventually, it's just going to be the Microsoft show. No one else
Yeah.
is going to be there.
Don't they have their own?
Freaking
Well,
PlayStation or Sony said that they were going to start their own kind of like direct sort of thing
Yes.
called the
They were like the first ones, right?
yeah Destination
was.
PlayStation. Yeah. And like they made a comment about it. They're like, it's not really necessary. Like with how fast information is streamed online, like E3 used to be a place for journalists to come to do stories on stuff, come to their publishers, release stories about the games. People would buy the magazines and consume them. Now it's all streamed on YouTube for free. What do you need the big convention for, really?
Right. Mm-hmm. It's
going
going
to a gaming convention is cool though.
Sure,
But,
I get that, and it's like
yeah, they only opened it up to the people like a year or two ago, like
I think about 4 or 5 years ago.
regular fans could come in.
right. Like it's history and it's tradition, but at the same time, like, do you need it? How much money do these companies spend on going to these things and setting up, production value and stuff? I don't know.
I think maybe the show itself needs to evolve with the times and try to figure out another way to present itself as it is. Because, again, it's a trade show, and if it's not benefiting the companies to be there, then they need to come up with another way for it to be beneficial to them.
Yeah, they said there was no trade anymore. That's one thing Sony said also.
Yeah.
It's not a trade show anymore. It's just become a big
But it's like
who's
our
there.
Christmas, man.
Yeah, I know. It is half Christmas.
Well,
It's just a big trailer fest.
Yeah. I miss it already.
Something that'll come out in 5 years. Yay.
Right. Or at all.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yep. BioShock on Vita. Still waiting for that, Ted Levine. Where you at?
Hello Games announced a new free update for No Man's Sky called No Man's Sky Online that's said to open up the game like an MMO, which is something I think we all expected from the start. He said it's not an MMO, though. It's just like an MMO. And then this will be the first of 3 major updates known as No Man's Sky Beyond. So, I mean, I would love to be excited about this, but, again, as we kind of mentioned earlier, this is like 3.5 years too late.
I wasn't the audience for it even in the beginning, so...
They're like
the
slowly
concept
making.
is great.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just, it's a little late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
people love it. That's fine. That's great.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just it wasn't for me even initially before it released and before it had its controversy.
I feel like Beyond should have been the first thing that came out, like with the game. Like you can get on here and do all this with your friends. Maybe the universe felt kind of stale at first, and then it built up the universe. Maybe
Yeah.
because they promised all that stuff.
It's just another one of those games where like people are like, well, it's good now. It's like, well, I don't know. Like it's too late, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I'll agree with that. I actually stepped back into it just briefly, just because I was like, well, let's see what they got going. And I did. I got sucked into it. I was like, all right, this is much better. But
Are the updates free?
Yeah, they're free.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I'll give it that. It is better, but it wasn't enough to kind of keep me engaged the entire time. It did
I
take
think you can, like,
a few hours of my time, but I'll come
maybe
back to
I'll
it
try
maybe
again.
at some point.
Maybe I'll try
Yeah,
again. It's like I think I can find it for like $10-15 at a GameStop or something like that. I'll pick it up and throw a couple hours down, see what happens.
There you go.
And
Once the
I would
update
say
comes
that.
out.
If you've got nothing
Throw
else,
it up on the podcast. Have a couple beers.
Yeah.
If you got nothing else going on, maybe a lazy Sunday, try it out.
Sure.
I
I am
Go
a firm
explore.
believer that any game can be fun with the right people with you. So
sure.
maybe get
that
the
would be
shanty
one of
together
those.
and we'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah. What else I got? Oh, you're talking about Days Gone earlier. I don't know if you heard this, but the highly anticipated Days Gone apparently has 6 hours worth of cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big, meaty story.
Yeah.
And there's also a new update that's well past already. It's there. You can now play PlayStation 4 games, remote play on your iPhone.
Yep. I tried it. My internet
Sucks
wouldn't even connect. So
now I don't know if they said Android because I heard
not on
some
Android.
places were trying to report Android, but I only heard iOS. So.
they have a very limited thing through Sony Xperia.
Okay, that's what I've kind of figured. Nintendo announced a Labo VR kit for the Switch, which is going to release on the 12th of April, starting for
Cardboard VR.
$39.99. And it will have an expansion kit that bumps it up to $79.99. I'm sure this is like Google
Hot damn.
Cardboard or something.
Yeah, that's
Literally cardboard.
Save another $200 and get Oculus.
Yeah, it'll be half off in a year. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna make that today with my Amazon box.
Yeah, why not?
There you go.
Yeah. for free.
So
You totally could too.
yeah.
Is this VR specific to one particular thing, or is it going to be a branching VR where other developers can design for the Labo?
They didn't really specify. It's just.
I feel like it's just going to be like
I feel like it's kind of a faux VR. I would almost guarantee because it's not that expensive.
Right. You legitimately have the Switch or like attached to your eyeballs. Is that what it's going to be? Like in a cardboard helmet?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Mm.
I
It's
was
unfortunate.
just looking real fans because I was really quick because I was just trying to see what it was. So it looks like there's 3 different things that you can do with it.
Yeah. Now, while we're on the subject of the Switch, it's actually going to be getting Friday the 13th, the game. How about that?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I thought that was dead.
No. Apparently, they're getting the new developers who took over from Gun Media. I guess they found a way to port it over.
So,
well, with
No, I just thought it wasn't allowed. Like, I thought it was just too
I
much
don't think
legal
that they-
trouble. Did I miss a bunch of news?
No, I think they can. The game is still operational. They can't add anything to it. I think
wait,
that's
did I miss
legal.
something? What happened? Why can't they add things to it? What happened?
Oh, there was a huge legal
Huge
battle
lawsuit.
between Victor Miller and Sean Cunningham. Victor Miller was the script writer for the original Friday the 13th. Sean Cunningham is the man who's responsible, producer and whatnot. They got into a legal battle over who owned the rights to the characters. And a judge said that Victor Miller owns Friday the 13th, the script, the original movie, but everything
makes
beyond
sense.
that. So Jason, as he's known in other movies and content,
As he's portrayed in the game.
yeah, he doesn't own that. He just owns everything in the original script. That's it.
So he doesn't
Everything
own
beyond
Hockey
that?
Mask Machete Jason. He just
Exactly.
owns deformed lake monster Jason.
Correct. So
Okay.
now there's like this legal limbo as to who can push forward what Friday the 13th properties and characters.
Huh.
So it's really created one hell of a mess.
Gun Media was just like, you know what?
And their hands are tied. There's like, we had all these plans for characterizations.
With proper permissions.
Yeah. To
That's
put all
crazy.
this content into the game, and now they can't do it because their hands are tied.
On other news,
I
the
like
game
Tile.
is fun. Yeah, the game's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Well, then I'll be interested to see what the new people do then, or if they do anything at all.
I just thought of this. You know what they should do? They should release a mode where one of the victims can like transform into Freddy Krueger. So you can have a Freddy versus Jason little tie-in there, and you could actually fight him as opposed to just like stick him with a knife or shine a flashlight in his eye and pause him or whatever. That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
They get sued by those guys.
Yeah. I'd pick it up.
Could they like create totally new stuff and add to it?
I feel like they could. Like in
Originals,
all
yeah, like
honesty,
created for.
based on the legal, whatever was handed down by the judge,
Right.
I don't understand why the Jason X content could not be released because that wouldn't fall under those guidelines. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand why they can't release that. So maybe there's
Are we sure they can't, or did Gun Media just go, you know what, for the sake of argument,
no.
I don't want to try again?
From what I heard, they legally could not release anything because during the lawsuit, their hands were tied. They couldn't do anything. So it's like until this is cleared up and we know what we can do, we can't do anything. So maybe they did give up at some point and just had to move on. But still, I don't understand why they couldn't release that content, that particular content. So that's got me confused. I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Fortnite players, if you're into that, if you play on the Nintendo Switch, you can no longer play with PlayStation 4 and Xbox players because they are now being pulled with mobile players if you're on Switch.
Oh God.
Wait, so they just gave crossplay, and then now they're taking it back?
Well,
No,
crossplay's still a
they're-
thing. It's
They're pulling them with mobile players only.
instead
not
of with
console
PlayStation.
players.
So they're crossplay with mobile online, phone players. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That sucks.
They said there was a disadvantage for the Switch, and that's why they did that.
Well, if you're a Switch player and this affects you, I'm sorry. I'm just passing along. I'm the messenger, damn it. That's all.
It's kind of insulting to the Switch. You're just a glorified phone.
Yeah.
Well,
Dead by Daylight is getting a new chapter called Demise of the Faithful with a new killer called the Plague.
I know, man. I heard that. Sounds kind of cool.
they're killing it.
They are.
Just,
I know
Literally.
nothing about that game.
It's
a
actually
good game. I'm just
I know
garbage at
nothing
it, so
about
I don't play it. But
it's actually pretty fun if you can get a good amount of people set up with it.
it's only
pretty
good
fun.
with friends.
Yeah.
Limited Run Games announced that they have a surprise for PS Vita owners at E3.
Ooh,
What do we think that's gonna be?
Okay, I don't know, but they've been making me happy the last couple of years, so I'm excited.
Who is it? Say it again.
But I thought
Limited
the Vita
Run
was
Games.
done. You said Vita, right?
I did. Which
Is it the?
lends more of
nothing
a
for
big
me.
question mark. So, like, what are they going to do?
Is it?
Yeah.
Are they just putting Toe Jam and Earl on the Vita, like the most
Sure.
recent one? That's
I mean,
what they
why
did,
not?
right? They did that one, right? That's the most recent one.
I think they may have.
Back in the groove.
Back in the
I think
groove,
that was.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was produced by Macaulay Culkin, which is pretty cool.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's a
I think
funny
that is right.
I like Macaulay.
I do now. I do. Yeah.
I wonder if he really puts on aftershave like that.
I doubt it.
I
really
like to
doubt
think that he does. Still
it. I
to
mean,
this day.
you want to, but I doubt it.
Still to this day, he does it.
It's okay. Guys, did you happen to see those pictures of Sonic the Hedgehog from the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Not official, leaked,
Lord.
but still. I mean, how unofficial
Are
can
we
they
sure
be?
it's real?
They look pretty
are they-
legit.
I don't trust the internet.
I mean,
I don't-
somebody
what-
did some work if that's not legit.
It's
all I'm
it
gonna
wouldn't
say.
surprise me if it's real. Like the way that
But
Sonic just
why are the
happens.
white parts of his hand no longer gloves? Why is it fur? Wasn't it always gloves? Am I just not remembering this
No,
right?
they were gloves, but wouldn't it be kind of weird him wearing gloves? I guess it's no weirder than him wearing tennis
What
shoes.
about this situation isn't weird?
Yeah.
It's a talking hedgehog that runs really fast.
I mean, you make a good point. I'm sorry.
And we're making it live. Like,
I don't.
I did.
I love that I'm going to get upset over a fictional thing.
so that meme
How
I
could you
sent
make
you, was
it
that the
any
real
worse?
picture
Like,
of
how can
Tails?
you?
No.
That looked horrible.
I mean, I did read some leaked synopsis. Don't again, all grain of salt, people. So just take this very carefully.
Don't add us.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what I read because I was curious. Apparently, in the script, Dr. Eggman or Robotnik, whatever he's going to be going by, is a normal guy. So he's going to be Jim Carrey, just looking kind of weird. But
Yes.
then later in the movie, he's going to look like himself. So bloated
Wait.
and weird.
Oh
and-
no. Oh no.
So-
So Jim Carrey's transforming into Eggman?
Yeah.
Like
Why?
do they do that?
I don't
Why do they
know.
do that in movies? Like
I know.
I
Like-
don't know.
like when I saw like the Birds of Prey trailer, the DC thing, and it's like Black Mask not being Black Mask, I was like, do we have to have like this like pivotal scene in every movie now where we take a famous character and don't give him the characteristics that he's always had till the very end?
Yeah.
Ooh, that bugs me. Like,
But you got to have the sequel.
ugh,
So
that grinds my gears.
for sure.
Grinds my gears.
And finally, Detective Pikachu has officially received a PG rating. So,
Were we uncertain
Well,
about that future?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the fart joke and, Pikachu saying, "Get me the hell out of here," I'm sure we were pretty sure it was going to
Okay,
get a PG.
what did you tell me about the F word? Oh, it was PG-13.
PG-13.
Disregard.
Yeah. What were we talking-
Disregard.
No, PG. PG.
Yeah, I know. I heard it as it was coming out of my mouth.
That's all right.
You know, some people know what they're going to say before it happens. I'm one of those blessed people that talk first.
Well,
Guys-
Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark is PG, and it's got people's faces melting off, so I think
That's
we
true.
can get away with a hell and a fart joke.
Yeah.
But that was
But a fart joke? Really? Kids come up with fart jokes.
yeah.
Kids are the
Kids-
ones who really think they're funny.
Right.
Kids love fart jokes.
I like
Now,
fart
granted-
I
jokes.
mean, you fart around a kid, you will laugh for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Granted, if a fart joke is done right, it is hilarious.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I'll say that. But people who
Yes.
just throw them in willy-nilly just to be like, I farted, aha, it's not
You
funny.
see-
No.
There's
to me-
there's good humor in a fart.
Yeah, exactly. To me, the fart is the joke. You don't need a
Yes.
punchline and a setup. You just need to fart, and then you'll get a laugh. Like,
The fact that you just said fart
Especially
made me
with
laugh.
children.
yeah.
Like, I'll say this. My all-time, we're talking about fart jokes. This is amazing. My all-time favorite fart joke has to be in Austin Powers, the second one, where with Fat Bastard just sitting there talking. And
Yes.
because you don't expect it. You don't see it coming. And he's just sitting there having this dramatic moment, and then,
Yeah, it's the
sorry,
fart.
I farted.
See? Fart joke done right.
It's right after he says, "There's someone I've got to get in touch with. Myself." And then he just farts.
Yeah.
Oh, classic.
That to me was spot on.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys ready for some truth or
Okay.
trash?
Yeah.
Garrett, are you
Sure.
familiar with truth or trash?
I can't say that I am. I apologize.
Okay, so what we do here is I'm going to give you a rumor, a possible rumor
Gotcha.
that's going around, and you tell me if you think it's truth or you think it's trash.
All right.
Very simple.
He's sneaky now. You got to listen.
Yes. Pay
Okay.
attention.
Are you taking score?
Huh?
Are you keeping tabs?
I do need to get a pen, so let me go do that.
How do we do this every time?
I don't
Just forgets a pen.
because I actually
every time.
grabbed one the other day, and you think I
You
would
know what?
talk amongst yourself.
I don't have one either.
I think he had a pen and a
Talk
pencil
amongst
last week.
ourselves.
And
Aha, see, look, I have a pen.
he has
Yeah.
she has a pen. He had a pen
got-
and a pencil last week, but I'm pretty sure the plague hit and he didn't do the show, but he did have
And
a pen
stole
and
his
pencil.
pencil.
I've got a whole box of pens.
Garrett's
Well,
got a whole
pens
box of
are-
pens.
See, I heard the clinking. They're taunting you.
How long
can't
does
hear a word
how
we're
long does
saying.
it take to find a damn pen? He is
I have a
run-
pen right here.
I'm
We
going to do
could
play by
just-
play.
we could
He has
just
a
let
pink.
Lacey
He has a
send you
pink
an
pencil.
email.
Hey, if it
Look at
writes,
this.
it writes.
It writes pink. It's a actual color pencil.
Okay.
Truth or
But
trash?
you
We're
know
back.
you're a parent when.
All right. So here we go. Are we ready?
Okay.
We are ready.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I've got a lot. I got
Let's
I got
go.
some from last week and some
A lot.
few new ones this week. So here we go.
Smorgasbord.
Are we ready? The discless Xbox One will release in May.
Truth.
In May this year.
Yes.
Trash.
Trash. That's a rumor. Trash.
I'm gonna say truth.
This year, I don't think May, dude. That's only 2 months away, Todd.
Truth.
All right, all right.
I thought
Competition is heating up.
I heard another rumor that the new Halo was supposed to come out in November though. So what's it going to come
Well, I
out
mean, it still
on?
could come on there.
If it's
Todd and I just
don't
like
know.
to compete.
okay.
Yeah.
You gotta have at least the one where we're saying the opposite thing for
That's
the point,
right.
you know?
Damn right.
I get you.
Okay.
It's all about the Atta girls.
And the Atta boys.
Well, here you go. Here you go. Here's the next one.
It's a whole new world, man.
Relic Entertainment, best known for games like Warhammer and Company of Heroes, will soon be acquired by Microsoft.
Fuck it. True. I don't know.
I was gonna say because like they've been buying a lot of stuff.
And Warhammer was big on PC.
It was.
Yeah, I'm gonna say truth. You know, they've been trying
I'm
to.
gonna say truth too.
I'm gonna say they've been trying to
And he
integrate.
said soon, so he didn't try to like confuse us with a date.
Sometimes dates are important, but this is just more about the acquisition. So,
Yeah.
all right. Square Enix's Avengers project will be revealed this week.
Trash.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds.
Trash. I don't think so. It seemed too out of nowhere to me. Like,
Well, with Captain Marvel
haven't-
out and then fixing to have Avengers Endgame, this would be a perfect time. It's right in the middle of everything.
you're right.
I'm gonna say
When
I'm
is
gonna say
everything-
truth.
When does anything go to plan or like work out?
Well, he did just say announced. They may not have anything to show.
No. I said revealed.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
See, Discord cuts in and out on me sometimes. Okay, so it will be revealed.
A full
They
reveal
had a
this
trailer
week.
years ago.
This week.
This week.
We're
This
talking about
week.
from now on.
Trash.
So today is Monday. Sometime this week it's going to happen.
Truth.
Okay.
I'm going to say
Trash.
truth.
Trash.
Hey,
All right.
if
Truth,
it
and
happens Saturday, or it happens Sunday, I'm still right because it's
This is
the
true.
end
True.
of the week.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Truth. Are you saying truth? How many
No,
truths we
trash.
got? Trash.
She said
Trash.
2 trash and a truth. Okay.
So now we're tied again, Tom.
Okay. Pokemon Sword and Shield will introduce a new armored evolution.
Don't care.
I think it's trash.
yeah.
I did hear that rumor before, but which it could be neat. Like, I mean, sure, like, just don't give the same Pokemon who had a Mega Evolution the armored evolution because, you know what I mean? You can't have both.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about Pokemon.
Just yes or no.
So I'm going to say truth because
Okay.
I can.
I'm gonna go
I know
trash.
you
I
don't
don't
care,
think.
Todd.
Yeah, trash. I don't.
I don't think-
I'm just saying trash because it's that
Okay.
Pokemon's trash.
I don't think they're.
Because I just want to laugh maniacally if I'm true, or if I'm right.
I really
since
don't.
I have no idea.
I don't think they're inventive enough,
Okay.
or
All right.
I don't think they're gonna take a chance like that.
Sure. All right, the next one. Google will reveal its first gaming console, the Google Game, at GDC.
Truth.
Okay, but I don't like the name.
Yeah.
I don't like the.
Is this their like Natal, Project Natal, or
Oh no, they just showed that controller.
Whatever
was
you think it
terrible.
is, because they've got cloud and
So you
Mail
said this
and-
year?
at GDC.
That's in what, a month?
GDC.
2 months? When is that?
I think it's in the next month.
You know
or
what?
so.
I'm going to say truth because they've been floating this around for the longest time that they want to do their own console. I'm
they-
saying truth.
They brought out
'Cause I
that
feel like
controller.
What'd you say?
Truth.
Truth.
Yeah.
yeah.
Garrett.
I'm trying to think. What other companies is Google affiliated with? Like Amazon, Apple. I'm trying to think if there's
YouTube.
already. I'm trying
They
to
have YouTube.
have YouTube.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't
Shit.
think of what else they've got.
Yeah, I'm going to say truth.
Okay.
Sure, I'll say truth too. Why not? Let's. I mean,
I
it's,
think it's
I mean,
about
sometimes you have to go that route and just say,
It-
why not?
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
sounds
mean,
like a
it's
dumb
just-
enough idea.
But
Well,
it's
they've been flirting with this idea for the longest time and floating rumors around, so I feel like maybe it would be a good time to do it.
I just think it's
I'm going to say truth for sure on the console. If you say a GDC, maybe I'm wrong on that part, Sorry, I can't hear you guys a lot of the time, so I'm just going to keep talking until I see you laugh at me again.
It's fine.
This is...
I just think it's funny they unveiled that garbage controller this week, and I think that the console's right around the corner.
All right. We'll see. Speaking of gaming, Snapchat will launch its own gaming service in June.
I hope not.
Is it going to be
How?
Just
augmented reality games?
I'm just
With
the
the
messenger.
camera and stuff?
Truth or trash?
It could
But I
be
don't even understand how that would be a
I
thing.
don't either. Just tell me truth or trash.
trash.
True. True.
Don't get mad at me.
Dad,
Met me.
I'm saying true.
So Snapchat is doing its own gaming service.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna say truth.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's
Because they've already infiltrated Twitch.
right. I think
So why
it's,
not just start doing games?
augmented reality with your camera on your phone? I mean, mobile games count. It's not going to be
Like augmented reality.
Exactly.
With a
Good.
lens like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Could work.
Yeah.
like Let's Go,
All right.
but
Joel Edgerton. I hope I'm saying his name right. Edgerton
yeah, that's right.
will play Kano in a Mortal Kombat film reboot.
Trash.
I don't know who it is, but he was confident, so I'm gonna go trash.
Joel Edgerton.
I don't remember
is.
names.
I know that name,
Joel-
but I can't
He
picture.
was in.
Do I need to see his face?
It comes at night.
Crap, what-
That's the most recent one.
Yeah.
He's also
Black
in
Mass.
Yeah.
Just looking up a picture.
The Gift.
You'd know him
with,
if you saw him.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew the guy that has his face messed up. In that, was that the same? No,
Well, not
no,
like
no.
for real.
No,
Wait
I
a
mean,
minute, is he
in-
gonna
in-
play
in the
Kano?
movie The Gift?
Yeah.
He's in Great Gatsby too, the Leo one.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on, let me see his face.
I mean, he looks kind of familiar.
Well, anyway,
else
what
is it?
did we say? Todd, I mean,
I said trash.
I know I
Trash.
got it. I'm waiting on Todd.
Yeah, just a minute.
He's got to go look him up.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
that guy.
Don't go to IMDb or you're gonna cheat.
no, I was just seeing his picture. That was the guy that he bullied
Is he
in
gonna-
high
is he
school.
gonna play
Yeah,
Kano?
I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of something else. I'm gonna say.
Oh, it's freezing over. Come on.
Truth.
Okay.
Truth. I'm gonna say truth, just
Why
to be
not?
different.
Yep. All right, and while we're on that
There you go.
subject of famous actors, Lady Gaga will portray a character in Cyberpunk 2077.
Truth. It'd be perfect.
True. Yeah. True.
True. Yeah, I totally could see that.
Okay.
The more
And
Gaga, the
finally-
better.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure. Finally, Nintendo will release a remake to Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link for the Switch later this year.
True. Because why the hell not?
Trash. Just to counter that true.
That's fair. That's a valid
Aren't
reason.
they redoing another one already?
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say trash. I'm gonna say
Link's
trash.
Awakening is coming out this year too.
Yeah.
So I don't think
they
they'll
probably
release.
already had it made. They're just waiting.
True.
You
I don't
never
think
know.
they'll release 2 Zelda games in a year.
Slap it on new paint, right? That's what most people do when they remake a game.
They'll probably do it next year.
All right, let's talk about some weird news.
Weird. Is there sex in it?
There actually is.
Yes.
So look at you.
Oh, the pause.
Now, I'm just going to touch on this real quick because you remember that stupid crap with THQ Nordic and their AMA on 8chan.
Yeah.
They released a proper apology instead of their little tweets, and the CEO of the company, Lars Wingefors, actually took full responsibility for what happened and essentially said while they don't support what the site does, they can see why the wrong message was received. Are you kidding? Like you couldn't
think?
Why
tell?
are they even bringing it up? Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah,
You think?
it's long past.
Good God. It's like
So
the
they-
same thing
It's
with
been
So they
like
pretty much
a week.
Yeah.
been long enough.
They pretty much just said we're going to do an AMA, and these people said they could do it, and they didn't realize what that place did. Am I pretty much right when I
Pretty
say
much.
that?
Yeah, because
Right.
they didn't
That's
do
what
their
they're
research.
claiming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
I
not
won't even
know?
apologize.
You
Exactly.
don't research? Search it. Go
Just-
on the website first. Like what?
Anything Chan. Just be a little
God.
weird. I don't know.
I mean, if you Google searched 8chan and it didn't show up, I think that's a red flag right there going, wait a minute, why
Right.
is this not showing up?
For real.
They knew.
I know. Now, this is kind of weird. I put this in weird news because it's you kind of think it's going one way, but then it goes another direction. So just kind of follow me here. Now, we've spoken at length before about people who've devoted way too much time to Fortnite that has ruined marriages, cost people jobs, and even sent kids to therapy. Back in January of 2018, there was a gym teacher in Brooklyn who lost his job from playing Fortnite, but not the way you would assume. Brett Blesky was actually attempting to connect with his students and offered up Fortnite matches to those who did well in class. And when some students actually achieved this goal, he followed through. However, one of the students mentioned the session to his father, I'm assuming out of excitement, but the father took it the wrong way, or however he was going to take it, and reported the teacher to the principal, who then fired Bolesky.
That's terrible, dude.
Now, you
They're not
fast
allowed-
forward when you're... Yeah, I know.
They're not allowed to play
That-
video games together? Like what?
Well, you're not supposed to fraternize with your students outside of school.
However, you fast forward a year
Weird.
later, Belsky is actually suing the Department of Education for being fired without justifiable cause. However, the Department of Education states that he was fired based on overall performance, which I think is just their bogus way
Excuse,
of trying to
yeah.
cover themselves.
What state does he live in? Is it a right to work state?
New York.
Of course, he could be union.
This
I
is
don't know,
this
like
is
the
in New
teachers
York.
union. Okay.
So I feel
I
like
still think it was a little drastic.
Yeah, I feel like what he was doing was a way to try and reach kids today. And I felt like it was a great way to, I guess, find a way to relate to them in some way.
Right.
And it backfired. The wrong... it's not like he was saying, well, we're not going to worry about your education. We're only going to worry about Fortnite.
Yeah.
It was like, no, Fortnite with education. You learned, I'm going to reward you. I think that was a smart approach.
He wasn't kissing the students. Leave them be. Jeez.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have at least investigated whether like there was anything untoward going on.
To my knowledge, I did look into it a little deeper. There has been no other bits.
That's a shame.
Yeah, he was just trying
Like
to...
I'm sure he was just trying to reach students in this day and age.
My teacher gave me a Snickers bar when I was in third grade.
That's what it sounds
No,
like.
she didn't get fired.
Yeah. So
Well,
shows...
times have changed over the years, Todd.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so there's that. Hopefully we'll get an update on that soon, and I'll let everyone know when I find out. Now it's the sex part, Todd.
Yes.
Since you're excited.
Hell yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of love hotels in Japan?
Yeah, I have.
I think so.
They are what they sound like.
Yeah.
You know, you may be wondering why I'm bringing up a love hotel in weird news. Well, one such hotel is all about getting down to business, but maybe Todd, maybe you want a little foreplay beforehand, or maybe you have this room for 2 hours and it took you only 5 minutes and you got some time to kill.
Fortnite.
You can get this room at the Hotel Eldia, and it has a Dance Dance Revolution Supernova machine within the room that you can play during, before, or after sex.
Nah, I just go for a second round.
You could play Dance Dance Revolution nude in your room.
Ew, why would you do that?
Yeah,
Why
well,
That's-
wouldn't
I
you
would
do
not
that?
want to be that poor person who has to be in the room with you watching you.
A lot of
Also-
pelvic thrusts, a lot of whipping around.
And a lot of dog water
it.
comes.
Also, those rooms, anybody can use those rooms. Who knows what's going on that DDR mat?
Yeah.
It sounds.
Oh my god, the thoughts that just went through
I know,
my head that
right?
I'm not going to tell you about.
Is that a butt cheek print?
Because reasons, but
Twerking.
okay.
A novel idea,
Yeah.
but I'll be fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna pass. I'm just gonna go for a second round.
All right.
We'll talk later. I have some good ideas.
All right, now I've got two other little tidbits of weird news. Did you guys know that the season pass for Dead or Alive 6 costs $100?
Yes, I heard about that.
It's actually $92.99 to be exact.
Still.
I know. It blew my mind
Yeah,
when
that's-
I saw this.
And keep in mind, listeners, this is not the game and the pass. This is just the pass.
Yes, the game is
The season
$60.
pass.
The season pass is $100.
So you'd be in it for $160 for the whole thing?
Yeah.
But that gets every single thing they have, right?
Costumes.
Yeah.
Costumes.
Yeah, I mean that's a
There's-
lot of what those people buy, and they put out a ton of those.
Ridiculous,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, that's if you want
The
to get it.
season
If
pass,
not,
the season pass at this moment only has 2 additional characters in it, and then it's like 36 different outfits or something like that for all these characters. And I mean, you know what the Dead or Alive series is known for is the booby physics. So
booby
it's all going to be
physics.
bikinis and stuff like that. You know,
And
which
the
is
last
fine if
thing
that's
I
what you're
have-
into.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Do you, man?
there's obviously data that shows that people are going to buy that. Is what I'm guessing.
Now, the last thing I've got
Oh,
here.
well, what did we just say? Where's my audience?
Yeah.
Last thing I've got is Overwatch players in China are getting permanently banned from the game if they type in Winnie the Pooh. If those words come up
I swear to
in
God.
text, you're instantly banned. So, yeah, how about that?
Oh God, why?
Because Xi Jinping has been compared to Winnie the Pooh, and he takes offense.
Yeah, he's blocked everything Winnie the
Doesn't
Pooh.
like
will do.
it, man.
No,
God.
he hates it.
He will.
So fragile, dude.
Yeah, he's
Who's it sound like though?
Oh, I know a couple people.
So, guys, do you want to play?
I'd buy that for $1.
Of course, we do.
I've only
No,
got one item. I've only got one
okay.
item.
It's okay.
First of all, is that a RoboCop reference?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
I'm on board.
In fact, if you listen to the show, that audio just played before I said that. So, this item I have here, Garrett, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain it to you. And this one's not one of my best ones, but still, I'm going to explain this item to you, and you tell me if you want it and how much you're willing to pay for it.
All right. Sounds easy enough.
So, do you guys remember that old gold NES cartridge for the Legend of Zelda? You remember how awesome that was?
I still got
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Now, what if I could offer you that same thing, but in mug form? Presenting the Legend of Zelda mug adorned with numerous characters from the game, glossed over with pure gold, although warning, it's probably fool's gold. You can get it right now, pre-ordered, for delivery in June. How much would you pay for this awesome
Let me ask
Legend
you
of
this,
Zelda
though.
mug?
Is it a coffee mug or a beer mug?
It's a coffee mug like
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
How many ounces?
Coffee mug.
Like,
Then you know I don't want it.
yeah, I'd buy that for $1. I don't need
Okay, is it officially licensed?
I don't think so.
I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't need to
I don't know
prove
why
my
I always
fandom
think
with
that's
mugs.
gonna like help me understand the price better.
I mean,
don't need
I
to-
didn't
Go ahead. Sorry.
usually have the official, if it was officially licensed. I didn't find that this time, so we're just going to say no.
I'm gonna say $20.
Okay.
I don't want it, but I'm
Yeah. So I'm just guessing the price, or I'm saying how much I would pay for it, just to
I mean, it's kind of a
You can do
either
both.
or.
very loose rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it is A, too much, and B, I'll wait for it to go on the clearance rack at GameStop
Amen.
when nobody buys it.
So I wouldn't pay. I would buy it. Yes, but I wouldn't pay more than like $9 for it.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that it's going to be like $24.99.
Well, I think Lace is the only one that's going to get it because it's $17.99.
Oh, okay, good.
Ooh, I was close.
That's
I'm
not a bad
usually
price.
That close.
Still a bit for
But
a
it's-
mug, though. Like, gee,
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
a lot for
gold
I mean, people
mug.
like to charge a lot for coffee cups, man, especially when they slap shit on it. Like they just are
right.
like, look,
I can go
And
to
it's
Goodwill
gold.
and buy a mug for 50 cents. Like, I don't need
Yeah.
to prove my fandom on my mug.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Oh, sorry.
It's
yeah, you're right.
gold.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to keep saying. It's gold.
Fool's
Right.
gold. You said it right.
Right. Probably. But it's still gold.
whatever. If it holds my liquid, I don't care.
What if it doesn't hold your
Safe
liquid?
for me to drink out of.
What if the liquid falls out the bottom of it? What then?
That's not called a mug. That's called a hole.
I mean, I would at least hope, if someone wanted to get it. for
or
me.
you're holding it upside down.
That's
Maybe
right.
that's it. It is me. So
All right, I'm going to go through some release dates real quick, guys. On March 18th, we have Turok Dinosaur Hunter coming to the Nintendo Switch. Y'all guys remember that game?
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember it.
2 Point Hospital Pebberley Island is coming to PC. Then on March 19th, we have Fate Extella Link for
Yep.
PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Vita, and PC. American Ninja Warrior Challenge for PlayStation
yeah.
4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. SNK 40th Anniversary Collection for the PlayStation 4. Nino Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, The Tale of the Timeless Tome DLC for PlayStation 4 and PC. Battlestar Galactica Deadlock Sin and Sacrifice for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Then on March 20th, we have Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Everybody.
Everybody.
No, Everybody.
That's what I said.
Buddy.
Buddy.
Buddy. Okay. Just so you make sure-
BUDDY? Everybody?
Right.
Everybody.
Everybody.
That's cute as fuck. Give me some. I want that.
That's coming to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Hell Warders for Xbox One. Super Kickers League for Nintendo Switch. On March 21st, we have Azure Saga Pathfinder Deluxe Edition for Nintendo Switch, The Sinking City for Xbox One, Rogue Bit for Nintendo Switch. Then on March 22nd, we have Unravel 2 for Nintendo Switch, which I actually purchased last night.
Nice.
So, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
I'm excited.
Peasant Knight for Nintendo Switch. Tidwag Vir Nemend. I hope I said that right. For Xbox One. Sushi Time for Nintendo Switch. You see what that says? I did not. I just copied and pasted. And on March 23rd, we have Deponia for Nintendo Switch.
You're forgetting one.
No, I didn't.
March 26th.
That's next week. That's next week's show, man.
You're going to be behind.
No, we're not.
Wait,
That's
what's
next
March
week's show.
26th?
I know what I'm doing.
MLB the show.
That's true.
Oh,
the
right.
26th is Tuesday of next week.
So we'll be
Sorry.
doing a show on the
God
25th.
damn it. What is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all on me so hard?
Because you're always trying to derail stuff.
I
know what I'm
I can't
doing.
help it. I'm the chaos factor of the show.
I was just imbibing. I was just throwing out wisdom. I don't care.
Todd, you're throwing wrenches in the cogs, dude. What are
I
you?
know. I'm a chaos factor.
All right.
Wild card.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready to play?
What the hell did you just say?
No. Yes.
Okay. All right, Garrett, if you're unfamiliar with this game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the name of a game, a real game,
Okay.
and you have to tell me what you think that game is about.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay.
Okay? Lace, you're going to go first
Yeah.
since you're so good at this. Todd hates
I,
it.
though?
Todd hates it. But I try
Yeah,
to.
I'm starting to because I feel like my brain has been tapped. But let's see. What do we got?
Okay.
Give me a good one.
Your first one is El Taco Diablo.
Damn it. See?
El Taco Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
So this is top down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The dungeon crawler, and of course you are El Taco Diablo, and your superpower is throwing tacos, cheese, sour cream. You've got to figure out the best way to do this, of course, for all of the. But see, it's like your enemies are like little beans.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that they come at you from all sides. You go into your dungeons. You gather up other team members. So it'll be like your taco truck driver. He can be a playable character eventually as one of your sidekicks. Or I don't know, your banker who gave you the loan for the taco truck. So they'll also become your sidekicks. And yeah, whatever. There you go. But your big nemesis would be Quesadilla Diablo, who wants to take over because he thinks he's got the better cheese.
Nice.
I mean, you kind of had
Pepper
me.
Jack spicy cheese. Get it? 'Cause
You
it's
kind of
like-
had me, but you missed out on the one thing that's your superpowers that you are charging up your powers
Oh,
with
God.
hot sauce. And you
The hot sauce.
You just blew
You're
that.
right. And
so.
I love salsa. I'm ashamed. I'll
So,
show myself out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm playing your game or not. But good try.
Oh, you would. Don't you even lie.
Point denied.
Give me that point.
I would recommend
We'll see.
that some of the toppings you throw at beans have different elemental powers. So, like the hot sauce is like fire, and the sour cream is like an ice power, where it cools
See?
off beans and freezes them and stuff.
There you go.
Yep. You should have thought of that, Lace. You would have got a point.
It's okay.
All right, Todd.
Oh, shit.
Brains. Feed your hunger.
Oh, this is totally like you are. This is your zombie game. This is my zombie game.
Okay.
But this time, you're the zombie, and you are tasked with clearing out neighborhoods, and different. Like you got to eat brains. You got to eat the humans' brains, and different brains like do have different powers.
Okay.
Like some of them make you move faster. Some of them, I guess maybe there's like a time element with some of them. Like maybe you eat the rocket scientist's brain and you can do something with a rocket. I don't know.
All right, well, you're not getting a point.
Damn it! I just say I don't know, and then you just take the
This
point
is so
away.
simple. This
Well,
is so simple.
Well, hello. I had a fully fleshed out game, Todd, and he said no.
Yeah, I think Steven is being
No.
I
unfair.
think the power is going
Yours,
to his
I mean,
head.
you started
Yeah.
off strong.
Ever since we started,
I know,
having
and all I
points.
said was I don't know, and then you cut me. You slammed the door shut. I wasn't done.
You were starting off strong. You're a zombie. You play as a zombie and you eat brains.
Yeah,
Keep going.
and I was trying, and I said I don't know about the rocket, and then you said, "No, I'm not giving you the point," and you just stopped me. I don't know if I want to play your game
I say
anymore.
that's fair.
Well, if you're
I'm
not sure
starting
what
to
the
get
game
nervous
is,
now.
I can't.
You should be. He'll
am.
probably go easy
Just
on
go.
you. You'll
Just
probably
go.
win
I'll
the
probably
game.
get
Good
He's probably
luck.
gonna give you a game like pool. Tell me what the game's about. He'll give you something easy.
No, I
I'm
gave
kinda-
him some pretty good ones.
Creatively punch
All right.
him in the face.
All right, so Garrett,
Virtually. Yeah.
tell me what Stoppa is.
Shit. It's a
How's
terrible
it
name.
spelled?
Stoppa.
guess that's up to
Stoppa.
All right. You are a schoolyard crossing guard. It's a puzzle game, top down. You have to walk out into the middle of the street and stop cars as groups of children walk by. If you don't get in front of the cars fast enough, the children get hit. And yeah, so it's kind of like, ooh, okay, it could be like Tetris is, where like the cars come from the top and the children are walking across the street along the bottom, and as the cars are flying by, you have to slide in front of them to put a stop sign up and block them so the children don't die.
I mean, I'm
think
giving him a
that's-
point because that was pretty well thought
Oh,
out.
that's fair.
No,
fair.
I liked it. I'd play it.
I mean,
I would play the shit out of that game. I'm not gonna lie.
for like an hour.
Yeah.
It's
would give it a shot.
It's on mobile and PC and Switch.
Yeah. What's the actual game?
Yeah, we try to get him to tell us, and he never does.
No,
well,
he holds
there's
that
extra
information.
research that I have to do, and sometimes I don't have time. So I'm trying to get to that point where I can.
Sometimes he
Not the
does.
case.
Sometimes he does have time
Yeah.
because he did it a couple times.
I did. I'm sorry.
Actually did good that week.
I'll get back to it at some point. Okay. God, if other people would help me.
I'm not.
All right, Lace. Your next one is Monster Hunting for Love.
Monster hunting for love.
Ooh,
Oh my
sexy.
god, this just screams visual novel.
It does not.
Oh, it's so done.
Oh yeah.
It's a visual novel, and you are I don't know what frickin' world we'd be in, but let's just say it's in that one. You know which one I'm talking about. And so it's kind of like that dating dad simulator.
Yes.
So you're, it was a simulator. It was a visual novel. And so you are a monster hunter. You are brave. You are strong. You have fought all of these wars. And, but sometimes you just need a little love. And so you, through the visual novel, you have your, I don't know what you call it, monster Tinder, and you swipe through, and obviously, you go right for the monsters you like. Maybe they have one eyes. That could be your thing. Maybe it's, I don't know, Jabba the Hutt. You pick your monster, and you go through the dating simulation, but the choices that you have, depend on how well the date is going. And then, if you score at the end of the date, you've chose all the right things and you're good to go. But if they refuse your charms, you might have to start all over again and go back to the app. The end of the story is you hope to find that life mate, but it's not necessary because you're a monster hunter. You might need to leave and go do other things.
I mean,
I'm
I'll
into
give
it.
you a point because, I'd be interested in checking this story out.
Damn it! I'm not gonna be the only one without a point today.
No. It's fine. I think you
But that's all I have to do, right?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that was your last one, so you've got 1 point. Todd, I feel like you should be able to get this one.
I thought I'd get the brains one.
Yeah, so did I. And
You slammed the door.
disappointed me.
You didn't want me to get it.
I wanted you to get it. You just
I said
stopped.
I don't know, and then you just stopped me. Let's just tell me the new one. Tell me the next one.
Fat Prisoner Simulator.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh dear.
I have no clue.
Oh,
Fat Prisoner Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay.
it sounds
so,
dangerously close
You
to
got
Rape
this.
Day.
Yeah. So, I guess you have this prisoner. God damn it! I have no clue. You have. Okay, here's
Confidence. Don't say I guess.
Th-
You
this-
have this prisoner.
you have this prisoner, and he eats too much in the lunchroom, and you have to figure out what cell to put him in. You have one shot.
But
That's it.
But the added benefit is what food are you going to use to grease him through the door?
Okay.
Maybe it's Crisco.
She's helping
Maybe
me.
it's butter.
Maybe it's Astroglide because
Maybe
you
it's
can use that for
gravy.
two things.
Oh no.
Or that.
That's I'm. That's it. That's all I'm drawing. Slam the door.
No, I'm not playing your game. All right, Garrett, your last
God.
one.
If you get it, you win. If not, you go to
right.
the bonus round with Lace.
All the chips are on the table. Let's do this.
Your last one is Jellyfant Escape.
Jellyfant?
Jelly.
Jellyphanty?
Yes, Jellyfant Escape.
All right.
Mean.
You're half jellyfish, half elephant, and you're trying to escape the zoo because they're using you for your ivory and jelly. You actually produce jelly as in jam. And like in SpongeBob. And they're harvesting you for that. And you've got to run away. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of gameplay this would be.
I
I
mean,
can see that. I can see that.
the premise is solid. We
Yeah,
just need good gameplay mechanics.
It's oh god. It's just a 3D platformer. You're
There you go.
bouncing
See?
from
There you
one
go.
place to another, using different elephant and jellyfish skills to get through the levels. I don't know.
Stinging
Yeah.
and skewering.
Right. Yeah.
You can
Sure.
swing with your trunk.
I've-
But we didn't well, no, you kind of specified. I was going to say which part of the elephant, which part of the jellyfish, but you did say ivory, so I guess it would have to be the face.
Oh my god. Yeah. And the body is a jellyfish. That's hilarious.
Like the butt is jelly comes out of your butt.
Someone needs to draw this.
yeah.
I think that's you, Steven.
Maybe
I wanna
yeah,
see
I
it.
may have to do that. All right, well, I'll give it
The
to you,
pixel
Garrett.
art for this week's episode.
I
Garrett
got the point
wins.
for that. Oh my goodness.
That's right. So,
He just wants the guest to win. It's fine. I'm not
hey,
mad.
I'll
we'll
take
get a
it.
bad guest on here sometime.
He's buttering you up, dude.
We'll
Be
get
careful.
a bad guest on here sometimes.
He wants to play
win's a
fat.
win,
our
guys.
ego.
He wants to play
A win's
fat
a win.
prison guy with you. What?
Who wants to?
Fat
Where
prison.
is your audience? Remember that time. It's not if. It's where.
Well, guys, I think that's all I have today. I think that is our show.
That was a good show.
It was a good show.
Excellent.
Good job,
Yeah, I
Garrett.
had a blast, guys. Thank
Yeah, it
you.
was fun
Thanks
having
for
you on
having
here.
me.
Yes.
So, thank you
yes,
to
yes.
all of our listeners out there in radio and podcast land. Remember, if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can find us at Super Mega Crash. You can find us on Instagram to view our weekly icon art. You can shoot us an email at supermegacrash@gmail.com. We'll read it on the show if you ever want to send us one.
No guns, though. Don't shoot.
Please don't.
at
No,
us.
no, no. You can support the show by pressing a like button. You can leave reviews on your preferred platform. You can even go to patreon.com/pencil and paper productions. And should you want to share the love, you can tell your friends to find us on the Pencil and Paper Podcast Network, found on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. I am Stephen White.
I'm Todd Stark.
I'm Lacey Finley.
Garrett, tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, my name's Garrett Hunter. If you liked hearing my voice or any of my shitty opinions, you can find me on the Bootleg Shanty podcast. We're found anywhere podcasts are sold, Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. I also have a YouTube channel of the same name where we do Let's Plays, reviews, and things like that. I'm also a co-host of the Let's Get Contextual podcast, which is part of the Pave Media Network. If you want to check those guys out, there's a lot of great podcasts on there. We just released an episode today. Actually, I don't know when you're posting this, so it could be,
2 days ago.
yeah.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Go check that out. We talk about a bad Netflix movie, so thank you.
Excellent.
Busy man.
And there will be links down in the descriptions down below, so go click them and check them out. But anyway, guys, join us again next time, Super Mega Crash Siblings. But until then, game on.
This has been a Pencil and Paper Podcast Network production.